Welcome. And grand full moon in Sagittarius was good. Let's clear up the space for you all as well as myself. Again, but welcome. Full moon in collective messages. I already know this is going to be a deep message because it's Sagittarius vibes. It's connected to divination, God, higher education, seeking truth through seeking self, the depths of self. And the depths of self is something that is eternal and has no limits. It is infinite. It is expansive. It is nurturing. But it's also a warrior. It is an energy that can absorb so much. In the same token, release just as much, or if not more. Welcome. Welcome, sacred scales. Welcome. And upon entering, do not forget to wash your hands by liking the video, as well as allowing this message to go out to the fellow spiritual warriors, those who are here to bring unconditional love and balance back onto this planet. Okay, so I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe, Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my ancestors, spirit guides, angels that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that flow through me as me, for you and I collective to use our mind's eye to see. Ashe, 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 in connection to the Most High forevermore. So shall it be. And I'm going to start first with inside the degrees of Sagittarius, where it was at the time of the full moon, 23 degrees. And it's a statue of Isis covered by a transparent veil. The one who lives inside is awash in colors, tones, and symbolic ritual displays of an extraordinarily precise attunement to the heart and soul of ancient wisdom. You are suspended in a long ago time. So much of your being is still back there. The evolution of the world since the ancient times is neither acknowledged nor accommodated in any way. It all depends upon whether this exquisite gift of soul remembrance is honored or exploited. If it is exploited, which is so very tempting, the life empties out of meaning and value and becomes false and repulsive. If it is honored, the expanded faculties on tap become revitalized and find a fresh relevance. As the divine feminine reveals what we need to know and draws us to our utmost capacity, it is with an unfallen grace of sensing directly into the deepest parts of people and all they can become in the ancient future, just ahead. Inside the degrees of Sagittarius of 23. So you see what this full moon energy is bringing here upon us. We've been well prepared for this with the messages that we have been receiving thus far. But let us continue to see what further messages Isis has. Because it is during this time that she brings back Osiris the second time, putting all the pieces together. Now, during that process of her doing all of this, finding all of the missing body parts and bringing them back together, do you think there's a moment where she is allowing herself to be distracted along this journey? Not at all. Not at all. That is quite the task. One, to hold in the anger of your beloved brother deceiving you, as well as refraining from a certain type of revenge in order to stay focused on the path, the mission of bringing her beloved back. Let's see what she has to say right now. Isis, we welcome you now. What is your message for this glorious full moon in Sagittarius? Right under the foot here of Ophiuchus, which is symbolic of being able to withstand the venom, literally transforming venom into honey. Unfuckwithable, basically. What is your message, beloved? What is your message, beloved? Initiation, spiritual testing of Ra and Lady Isis, and the rising sun at the bottom of the deck. Now, let me see something here, because once he comes back, there's another sun that shit. Opened it right to the page, too. This is the Orisha deck, though. But listen here. Isis and Osiris had two children, two sons. One was called Horus, conceived before his father's death, and the other, Hippocrates, conceived after Osiris's resurrection. These represent left-hand sun, the rising sun, and the right-hand sun, the dawn, the paths that describe the figure, respectively, one latent and the other that must continue or pass. All of this also happens with the assistance of Thoth, which is connected to Mercury. What other message do you have about this initiation for the collective? Soul retrieval, deep soul healing with the goddess. Here we are. And magic and ritual, crafting, sacred practice. Mercury is connected to Wednesday, not Tuesday. Tuesday is Mars Day. Let us continue. Soul retrieval's message is the following. Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma, old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power, as well as the opening of gifts and soul abilities you did not know you had. Did you know that pieces of you can be trapped in the past, in traumatic experiences, and in relationships? Even those long since gone, because part of your power remains with another. This can happen because of permission subconsciously given from them to hold a piece of your spirit. Then the time comes for such permissions to be revoked, and these pieces of self to be reclaimed and restored to the soul. Hola, Fatima. Master healer and goddess of deep soul restoration, the Lady Isis now guides you to make peace with the past and reclaim the lost pieces of your own soul. The time has come for you to take yourself entirely into your own possession, to call back your soul from trauma in this lifetime and others, to give yourself back to yourself wholly and completely. 180 degrees, polar opposites of each sign, spiritual body and physical body. In doing so, your life will flourish infused with greater energy into beautiful new expression. Isis calls the soul back into wholeness again. Her passion, determination, unfailing love for her beloved Osiris restored him from a dismembered, distorted, and fractured self into a whole divine masculine being once more. And before I continue this message, my guides and ancestors at this time want you to listen more than you're going to respond in this life. Listen more before you respond in this life. 544. The oracle of soul retrieval guides you to forgive and reclaim your own power and energy in totality now. Even if the trap energy is so unconscious that you do not even know that you are missing part of yourself. Searching for any inner places that feel incomplete or draining is a way to commence the process of soul retrieval. Forgiveness can be a good place to begin the work more consciously. This is hard spiritual work sometimes because we can want to be right or justified in what we feel or perceive. And we don't want to be harmed again by allowing inappropriate behavior. In action of forgiveness, you are simply reclaiming your energy from the situation, person, or experience so that is as your disposal instead of being trapped in the energy field or their energy field. What is most likely to occur is that the person, place, or situation will simply fall away from your life and be released. You will not be opening yourself up to attack. You'll be wiser and stronger for your forgiveness and the ability that forgiveness gives you to reclaim your spirit. You will have more energy, and with no further effort, you will actually move on, not just in mind or body, but in spirit. This oracle also indicates you have healing ability, that you are capable of channeling soul energy to help others forgive and reclaim their spirit too. The more you base your work in unconditional love, which is the true nature of the soul, the more powerful your work will become for yourself and for others in service. Your healing gift is quite deep, and if you are interested in working in a healing capacity with others or wondering if this is the right calling for you, then this card serves as a confirmation for you. And in doing so, you speak less and you listen more. Okay? Because to be able to receive the guidance of your spirit guides in connection or playing or taking the role as the emissaries of the Most High, there's going to be a moment where you have to listen more and talk less. This is also something to pay attention to when you're having a conversation with someone. Okay. When you have someone that you're speaking to and you receive a lot of and a lot of head nods, they're really not paying attention to you. Doesn't matter what I don't care how you want to twist it, they're not paying attention. They want to respond, they want to have a response rather than listen to everything that you're saying. Hence, you might end up repeating yourself, which clarifies that they weren't listening to begin with. Just want to respond, rather react. Because to respond means you're going to be at a much more still space. Okay. The Oracle of Soul Retrieval also brings a special message for healers. Sometimes in your deep work with others, your desire to be of service can drain you if you're not carefully cleansing your energy field. If you have pulled this card together with the Pyramid of Light or the Pillar of Light cards, then you are encouraged to do swift and thorough psychic and spiritual cleansing each evening and rising for the next several weeks until you feel more of yourself again. You will notice that the thoughts and feelings of others becoming less intrusive. This is unconditionally loving. Your clients will gain more strength in learning to feed their own energy field rather than feeding off of yours, and you will gain more strength in the process too. It can be hard to work to change patterns of professional and energetic dependency, but it is worth the effort so that you do not become drained and unable to continue your path as a healer. Now, your path as a healer doesn't mean that, you're working with the collective. This could simply be you as well, because a lot of people have also a misinterpretation of whether they should be healing themselves or their ancestors and themselves. Everybody wants to play that role of healing their ancestors, when in most cases, those ancestors that you're healing are probably more than likely already healed, and it's you that need to recover. And it's very easy for me to see that in a natal chart too. Very easy. Heal thyself, and you'll see what other things you're connected to if you must heal it, if it is your role to do so. Gotta be careful and mindful out here. Okay. Now, the incantation for the goddess of deep soul healing, Isis, with love unconditional and strong, help me rise above right and wrong, to forgive, release, and make myself whole, to retrieve lost pieces of my soul, restore the inner light grid of gold, free me from trauma new and old. Isis, with love unconditional and strong, help me be whole now, finally move on. And right after that is the spirit of Isis. Now, I'm looking at the dates that these came up, but they have something to do with the 23rd. And again, if you're following me on IG, you notice that I posted 623, because that's been a number that's been coming up for like the last, 3 months? This has just been a number that I constantly see, 623. And that had quite the vision when I rose up one rising and I noticed I went back to sleep at 623. I said, oh shit. If I'm guided to mention what that was, then we'll do that. But that right there, Nonetheless, though, and looking at 623, let's go into 623 and then we'll go into magic and ritual. Because in some cases where people are healing their ancestors, now you're the one that's digging up a wound that's already been taken care of. And you'll know. And in most cases, it takes a moment for you to know because of where your state of mind is and where your belief is in terms of what it is that you're doing. 623, gatherer. Okay. Collector. Mm-hmm. Literally here to get all my shit back. All of it. 623 in Gematria. Check this out. The unspeakable name, the tried and true. 623, like that little girl. 623 restores hope. 623, the Son of God, marriage. 623, the traitors. 623, refinement of effort. And here comes the bullseye. It's also connected to Year of Gold, 623. I'm coming back from my shit. 623, forgotten ones. Not anymore. 623, the lions are loose. Yes, the fuck we are. Hamza on that ass. For some, if you know someone who's on dialysis, 623, and with soul retrieval, just have faith and know things will turn out the way they're supposed to be. 623, cosmic pattern DNA. Archangel Seraphim Raphael. Now we connected to Metatron too. One infinite creator, 623. And it also connected to Comet Ison. Let me just pull up what I was looking at. It's 555. Now, this is from an article from November 22nd, 11/22, 2013. 10 years from then would be next year. And it says here, this will occur between the perihelion and perigee of the comet. Many of you are starting to feel the shifting already. As far as I'm concerned, and I have very good memory, I have never read such a precise statement in a channeling text so far, which is also highly informative from a physical point of view, so that I recommend you to read it very carefully. Hermes says in clear text that between November 28th, when Ison will be closest to the sun perihelion, and December 26th, when the comet, if it survives its encounter with the sun, will be the closest to the earth perigee, all these three big events of ascension will have occurred. This is talking about 2013. Okay. This is precisely what we have received as forecast so far from all of our sources. Let's see what it continues to say here. Syrian Archangel Hermes, 11/21/2013. Greeting, fellow beings of light. I come to you now as we are approaching very closely in your linear timelines to a point of great celestial influences. Before I continue that, I posted in the story as well to go check out the movie Knowing, if you haven't already, with Nicolas Cage. For all those who claim to be chosen, you're going to fucking find out who they are for real, and who's who. Because when you know who you are, you really you move a certain way. It's kind of like a if it's a secret weapon, it's a secret weapon. You don't talk too much about it, type thing. You just be about it. The comet that your Earth scientists have labeled Isan, which is a clear and obvious clue to the adepts, is brightening and is now just moments away from either the end of its journey or to emerge and begin another cycle. This will represent a shift in the linear timeline you are currently experiencing. Should the comet and your sun star merge, its energy will be projected through the solar disk and then transmitted to your solar system. If it emerges from around the sun and begins a new cycle, it shall then make a close approach to Earth, close enough to affect the planet and its inhabitants more than it has so far. This is going to be a cosmic crossroads, if you will. Some of you will be going to another timeline, others will remain upon this one, and still others will be going to realms where there is no longer any chronicle of time. Thus, there will be no timeline for them to continue upon. This will occur between the perihelion and the perigee of the comet. Many of you are starting to feel the shift already. The effects of such stellar environments are greatly ignored by your media and cabal as they defy their current sciences and doctrines. For example, there are vast crystal caverns underground in your planet. These greatly affect your perceptions of both space and time. Stellar and cosmic events can alter these crystalline caverns under you, as above, so below. I come to speak also of sacred geometry, the foundation of all spectrums of light, holograms, and images. Even the most complex of holograms can be made simple by the use of sacred geometry. One must simply look at them in the most simple of ways. For example, a fifth-dimensional hypercube appears to be a very complex shape. However, to the adept, it is seen in all dimensions. The adept can see its foundations in 2 dimensions, which is but a square. This is a great clue as to how all is connected within the chrono-quantum trans-dimensional holosynthetic. Apply this to all you see and encounter, and you too shall begin to see beyond the quantum veil. Quantum and fractal are in fact the same thing. One is simply measured in quantity and the other in motion. Many of the great mysteries of the multiverse are now being revealed. When one can affirm them, one begins to see how they were right in front of them the whole time. There are clues in everything you see and experience in every moment. Discernment is the only variable. For an example, I offer my own archetype. In many of the chronicles of your world, the entity known as Hermes shares many qualities with other entities. The stance of as above, so below. Oh man, they just be in here. The stance of as above, so below. The garment worn around the crown, the moon, the staff. These are all shared by humanoid hosts of the oversoul entity. Thoth, for example, the moon upon his crown, known for his knowledge and wisdom. The sun, moon, and earth environment is crucial to your everyday experiences. When one looks up to the sun, they feel. When one looks up to the moon, they think. These are obvious examples of such clues being all around you. Think of the sun as a projector of white light. Think of the moon as a prism to reflect the sunlight to the earth. The Buddha himself once declared that 3 things cannot be hidden long: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Indeed, he was correct. I come lastly with the message for all those who are feeling the shift. Your guides continue to walk with you. Every choice and action you make, they are there, watching and documenting. It is common knowledge in quantum physics that matter changes upon observation. What is not yet well known, however, is that when matter becomes aware that it is being observed, not only does it change its behavior, but it also changes the behavior of the observer. Meaning, as you continue to make choices that raise your vibration in consciousness, your guides are also experiencing similar changes. This is a fractal quantum entanglement becoming manifest. The rainbow light codes continue to be broadcast full spectrum. Within them are the keys and the tones that shall bring you closer to alignment with your greatest virtues. Remember to channel your discernment in fractal quantum multidimensional ways. Each color is also a tone, a key, a form, a frequency, and a vibration. Everything is also something else. Within you is a multiverse of all its own on the scale of micro, nano, and beyond. You house within you all of infinity. All that was, is, and ever will be is now within you and also without you, all around you. Which aspects will you choose to align with? This is the blessing given to humanity, free will to make these choices and then live with them. In infinite love, I am looking at you this way, blessings and light. And mind you, all of this came up as I'm watching The Knowing last night. And they show the 4 archangels there too. And Ezekiel's wheel. And there goes a cardinal. Right now, what time is it? 6:04. We on to something, y'all. Let's roll. Ooh. Now that's 1804. Okay. Give me a second. Let me look at this message here. Wow. Huh. Today has been quite an interesting day. Quite interesting. 6:04. An unclean animal, ferret, shrew mouse, gecko. Perhaps an extinct animal, exact meaning unknown. What I'm getting from this, some of you have to take the first steps in cleansing your body, detoxing. That's message number 1 right there. Next. I was a masculine cardinal. Let me see. 6:04. What's your message, beloved? 6:04. Red cardinal. Welcome, y'all. Omega Lord, Cosmic Code, Garden of Eden, Hathor, Angel of Death, Cold Moon, the Branch, God's Grace. Now, what about the Cosmic Code? You just finished reading the whole Cosmic Code. Tell me more. Split the deck, it says respond, the universe is nudging you. Thank you, Amy, but I don't need you to do that for every number. Unless I ask, do you? Spirit guides and ancestors have a way of moving here. Don't need you to do that for every number. What is the cosmic message here? Let's go with it. Pull 1 to 3 tarot cards. Answer the call. Let's go. I'm going to just grab this deck. I'm right here with it. Nine of Wands, Six of Wands. Victory and success, beloved. For all the work you've been putting in. Start muting people up in this motherfucker too. Here we go. What's the message? What's the message? Page of Cups, first card out. Page of Cups is connected to Pisces energy as well, though. Speaking of a messenger, there's some assistance that's going to come to you, which involves passion. It's a gentle person here. Someone bold, especially with the cardinal showing up. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. First house, fourth house, seventh house, 10th house. What's this Page of Cups? For some of you, it's feeling like it's time for you to do something new. Step out of your comfort zone. Get out of the shadow work that you've been experiencing, because you've been granted the keys already. You've been granted the key already to open up this door. The challenge for some of you is the past, but we have this full moon in Sag, which is going to get you closer to looking at the bigger picture. Now, looking at the bigger picture can also cause anxiety for some of you, because it's requiring you to look a little bit more ahead than where you're at currently. But there is a way, okay? And that's just within your mindset to bring the past, present, and future all in here together in the center. Through acceptance. Okay. Let's see what's the other card here. This could also be an offer that you've been waiting on for so long. And I see why the Queen of Cups comes out. This has to be like a shift, a change within the mindset, Mercury and Taurus. Now, while Mercury was retrograde, there has been some changes that you were making. It may have brought you back to a place that you had to see whether you're going to take these pieces with you or let it go for once and for all. Because in not letting it go, this could literally still connect you to the frequency of being attached, which shows the universe that you want to continue on with this particular pattern. Meanwhile, you're telling yourself that you want to move forward. It's asking you to surrender here. Okay. There you go. This is the card for the full moon in Sagittarius, which is the 10 of Wands. I want to get it from here. 10 of Wands is also connected to Saturn and Sag. Very strict beliefs when it comes to seeking truth. but also the frequency or the vibes of you have so much information, you have to be mindful not to allow others to, you know, take advantage of that. And for others of you, you don't feel like you have enough to do something, but source is telling you to do this with whatever it is that you currently have. Do it with where you're at now, because what you're seeking will come when you do what you must do with what you have now. Okay. Ten of Wands is talking about taking on too much, an opportunity to free yourself from heavy burdens, obligations, finding yourself close to a successful outcome, the need to prioritize, a message to keep going. All those responsibilities, do you really need to carry all of those wands all by yourself, all at the same time? Couldn't you drop a few of them by prioritizing? Or maybe, just maybe, things would go a whole lot faster if you enlisted some help. All you have to do is ask. Drop the non-essentials and any heaviness that is weighing you down, because you are so close yet so burdened. Think levity and ease. Streamlining will expedite your goals and bring relief to any overwhelm or molasses energy that you are feeling. Sometimes this means letting go of a learned behavior or limiting belief, and sometimes it means deleting a task on your calendar. Whether your burdens are material, spiritual, literal, or energetic, it's clear that you've got some extra baggage right now. Release that ish. Enjoy your last steps to the finish line. And it says, I release my burdens into the ethers, knowing that the universe will help me to tend to the essentials. Mm-hmm. 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 So there's that. Let's continue on. Tell me more. Tell me more. What else you have here? Some of y'all who know how I roll, y'all over here talking about, I knew she's going to say some shit. I knew she was going to say it. Uh-huh. Look at this. See this one here? That's defense against anything that is coming from anyone who wants to destroy you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. None. None. Thudi size. Gateway, the location of non-doing. Unconscious and sociological forces. Lightning, breakthrough, aggressive male sexuality. Breaking resistance of blockages in body, mind, and spirit through psychic forces. Then we have rune number 6, Puerto, initiation. Again, something concealed, a secret thing. The beginning and end are set. What's in between is yours. Nothing is in vain. All is remembered. Manipulation of cause and effect, divination, chance, gambling. Then we have 180 right here. Regeneration. So some of that burden that some of you are releasing is either giving information to people on the ways that you healed without them asking, or giving too much when they ask, or being mindful, using your discernment as to what information it is that you're giving them. Because not everybody's prepared for that type of way that you may have gone through your healing process. What heals you is poison for another without knowing and believing its purpose. So again, we forgive them for they know not what they do, also because you didn't know who you fully were. Then we have the waning gibbous, disseminating phase, which is all about relaxing, accepting, and regrouping, which is right after this phase of the full moon. Now, let me just look at what we have going on here. Waning gibbous will carry the signs of Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces as of tomorrow up until the 20th. 10th house, 11th house, 12th house. So we're getting to the end of the road here before we step into Cancer season. Rebirth, the portal of birth. The second half. Awaz is at the bottom of the deck. Ability to detect deceit, no matter how subtle it is. Trust between individuals, sexuality. The mind will trust the body and the body will trust the mind. Trust, teamwork, love, partnership, animals, emotions. Trust and bonds with animals. Whisperer. Passage, transition and movement, relocation. So some of you could definitely be moving. At least the moment that you decide to surrender these burdens. For some, it's just saying, source, universe, take these burdens that I'm wanting to control that I have no business controlling. And voila, there it is. It wants me to give you this message here now, which is, okay. The initiation had a lot to do with you crafting your sacred practice, magic and ritual, which is basically you knowing yourself and working on self daily. Magic and ritual. Says here, effect in the external world can be created through inner practice. Magic and ritual can support your divine path now in the physical world, and you are encouraged to enhance your power with regular practice. The results that you experience will encourage you to continue with the practice as you grow in power, grace, love, ability, and wisdom, and apply your inner beauty to transform your outer world. For us to grow empowered and potent on the path of the ancient feminine power, we need to honor our knowing and being and cultivate sacred practice, which becomes the habit of growing our spiritual power and consciousness, like a garden needing regular care and watering to blossom and flourish, our inner garden of the soul, where our creativity, joy, spiritual gifts, and bliss bubble away, also needs regular attention. Okay. Bring that love to self, honey. Bring it to self. Where you want me to go now, Source? Surrender message. What's the surrender message here for the collective for this full moon in Sag? Thank you, beloved Isis. I appreciate you always. You already know the vibes. Thank you, baby. We'll see you later. What's this? Isa. Stagnation, that which hinders. The rune of ice. Power of control and constraint over other entities. Here we go. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. That's one of my things that I pick up on very quickly. I don't like that shit. Not one bit. Not one bit. People pleasing? Hello, beautiful sparrow. Yes, we're having a good time here. Things is on this side, baby. They over here. They over there. It's really looking like you didn't put it on this side? Nah, boost over there. They're finches and sparrows that pop up through here a lot. Crows and cardinals, grackles, blue jays, ravens, whole bunches. Whole bunches. Whole bunches. What's the surrender message? I love nature, yo. I just love it. Yeah, we're going to do a message outside. Probably tomorrow. Let's see. What do we have here? What's the message of surrender? Because you do have this rune again of partnership. It ain't leave now. It didn't leave now. It ain't leaving because it's about that time to be in unity, love, and peace. A partnership is near. But you got to make sure you reflect that. Some of you still out here reflecting duds. Surrender to complete healing, and you better stop. Unless you want to keep attracting the same nonsense and keep going on the same merry-go-round. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. And surrender your fear of change at the bottom of deck. At the bottom of the deck. What else? What else? Surrender your fear of change. There you have it. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith and know that all is well. I have faith and know that all is well. I have faith and know that all is well. Let it go. Let it go. What else? What else? Because with the full moon, it's all about completions as a result of forgiveness and gratitude. Surrender to rest and sleep. I think y'all got this last time too. To prevent burnout, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. And immediately what came across was do this so you can see if you really want to be accompanied by someone at this time, because if you go deeper into self, you're going to realize that you're seeking that connection with yourself. But until you get to that space, you're going to constantly seek it outside of you. Okay? Surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. And when they do come to you, make sure you use your discernment as to what or who it is that's coming to you. Especially if you have tools like cards, a pendulum, use your shit. Okay? Use it. Or make up your own deck of cards with thoughts that you constantly have and see what it is that's coming across for you, because these are your thoughts. These are your feelings. The universe helps those who helps themselves. Okay. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try, which is an insult to do it, to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. And then surrender your belief in scarcity. Yeah. You are more than enough. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams with surrender to receiving support and love. Okay, we have this indigo throat chakra, third eye vibes going on here. So this is a lot of inner voice situation happening here. All the love and support of others, allow all the lovers, all the all again. Wow. What is this about? Tell all your lovers who are just interested and not committed to go to sleep. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Okay? So, along with that now, let's see what the moon cards are talking about. Message of the moon cards. So I say I'm not for everyone. Take heed of that. Don't expect everybody that you watch to move a certain way. Here we go. Word. They ain't to go to bed. For real. What's the message here? What is the message here for the collective? There you go. That's the cardinal message. Cardinal moon. Be bold and make the first move, which will be the next new moon. New moon in Cancer. You got new moon in Aquarius, though. Fixed moon. Bring love into the situation. Be bold and make the first move by bringing love into the situation. Tell us more, honey. Your commitment is being tested first quarter. So just after speaking about the new moon in Cancer, the first quarter will happen 2 phases after that. First quarter phase, we're looking at July 6th and July 7th. The moon will be in Libra. Okay. So here we have you going through a new season of Cancerian season, the Cancerian season, which has to do with feelings. So there's a newfound of feelings now with the new moon occurring on the 29th. Just want to make sure we've got the right dates here. Yes, new moon 29th, first quarter, July 6th and 7th. And the moon will be in Libra. Okay. So moon in Libra, emotions connected to certain memories when it comes to partnerships. Now you don't have Mercury retrograde, so things will be more direct this time, and you'll also be coming from the phase where Mars, Venus, Neptune, and Mercury were in their home signs as of right now up until the 22nd. So you're really in this vibe of manifesting, especially if you are a Taurus, Libra, Venus energy, Mars, Scorpio, Aries, Mercury, we have Gemini, and Virgo, Neptune, we have Pisces. So you really should be manifesting what it is that you have been wanting at this point, or at least getting in alignment to do so. Because you are coming into the birth portal of Cancerian season, which also in tarot, it starts off with the Two of Cups. And notice that with the Two of Cups speaks of a lot of healing, but also the willpower to heal, which is really speaking of you being able to let go of what came previous to that, which was the 10 of Swords. Because if we're looking at the dates, it would be 6/11, 6/21, and 6/22. You got Two of Cups. 6/11, 6/21 is 10 of Swords. So there's this moment here right now where you all are gaining a greater sense of clarity through adversity. But this is all coming in when your mind is clear. So this is why non-action and stillness would give you the authority of self, or at least reclaiming your power where you may have dispersed it. Let's see what else. See what else you got here. Be bold and make the first move. The energy is gaining momentum. Now, the waxing phases happen between the new and the full moon. Right now, we're in the phase of full to new. The waxing happens between full to new to full. So the energy will be gaining momentum, I would say, from this moment. But whatever this personal issue is, now, something may have come to the surface last December, because this is when the full moon in Cancer is, during Capricorn season. So a personal issue reaches a resolution, and resolution is also connected to Pisces, something that's hidden. So you're definitely finding out a lot that was hidden, like hidden secrets, hidden enemies, and things like that, the way they operate. What else? Adjustments are required. This will happen after the disseminating phase, which is the waning gibbous. Now, the third quarter moon, let's look at that. Third quarter moon. The 21st. And the moon's gonna be in Aries, which is cardinal moon. First card you got out here, being bold and making the first move. Again, literally, this has something to do with being bold and making the first move. We're going to go more into that right now because of the same card that showed up at the bottom of the deck for this one. And now it's showing up here. Bring love into the situation. Let's see. What is this situation exactly where the adjustments are required here for the collective? Because this could also be where forgiveness is coming in right now for this full moon in Sag. It's like foreshadowing. Well, yeah. What do we have? What's this about? Wow. Okay. It's like foreshadowing. You got the Four of Pentacles and then the Ten of Cups. And we're just mentioning Pisces because this is Mars in Pisces. So the use and action of your willpower is going to come from your spiritual connection to the divine, because you're building a legacy here. And to build this legacy, this is a vision that only you have. No one else. And the energy is gaining momentum for you to be bold and take the next step. For some of you, that next step is really experiencing unconditional love with your partner, your family. And for some of you to do that, this is some of you starting your own family to do so. Wow. She definitely has. Let me see. Let me just make sure I get this right here, because that's a whole room which can tell us a lot more. Ophila, separation, withdrawal, here, higher. This is the time of your ways separating. Old skin must shed. Outdated relationships needs to be given up. If this rune appears, which is on her earring, okay, and this would be right ear. Some of you have been overthinking this. This is your message right now. Don't overthink this. You know exactly what you're supposed to do. And That literally means here, shedding old skin, outdated relationships. It says Othila is a rune of the radical separation. Obedience and probably also withdrawal is necessary to know when and how you need to withdraw and to actually have the determination to do it. Property is also an aspect of this rune because Othila is the rune of the acquisition and profit. The profit, however, the higher, which you receive, could likely be made of something that you need to abandon. This process can be especially hard if that what needs to be abandoned is something of your cultural background and yeah, cultural background or tradition. Not rigidly, but rather like a river. It is the correct attitude to have, and yet you have to wait that the universe begins to act. Wow. Yo, this Light Seers deck is definitely real. Yeah. Ooh. Divine intervention is at play. But this is also Jupiter's energy. And we were just talking about the hologram comet Isan, that speaks about you separating yourself, or at least the universe is going to separate you. Telling you, watch the knowing. If you haven't already, and if you have, watch it again. It could definitely refresh your memory because what's happening in that movie, what happened in that movie is that there were a series of numbers determining what's going on and what will happen. But most cases people don't really tap into numbers like that or astrology, and it has been something for so long that's been taboo. But meanwhile, those who are in control of societies are now using that against you. So if you don't know, you walking around here like a chicken with no head. But that ain't your life though. That's not what you came here to do. Tell me more about this situation here. Wow. There has been a lot of drama surrounding your independence, however that fits. Whether you're forced to do it in a certain way or that you've been doing it in a certain way and people just can't tolerate you. Well, like I said, go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Here we go. This shit came right out. Well, there's that. 41010, huh? And that what we was reading was 10 years ago. Was almost 10 years ago. Would be 10 years next year. So something about next year. We do have Pluto going into Aquarius as well. The planet of transformation in the sign of higher consciousness. See the separation happening here? But this is also like, it's just giving me rebirth vibes. 46, 46. Let me see what 46 is. Adjustments are required. Be bold and make the first move. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. 46 is strong and mighty. Used only to describe God, the strong. Ay, 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 ay. Let me see. Isaiah 124. Therefore, the Lord God of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, declares, Ah, I will be relieved of my adversaries and avenge myself on my foes. Hmm. Let me see what 46 is picking up here. It's been a long time coming, but I know that's playing outside. You can't hear it because it's pretty far. Sam Cooke though, change gonna come. It's 6:42 and I'm looking up 46. Shaudi, which is also, let me see something. The language of the ancient Chaldeans. Hurry, tell me more about this one here, 6:42. Christian Church, October 19th. Are you shitting me? Armed and dangerous, father, mother, children. Yo, this, okay, see now this, just okay. Because in the knowing, the date that Ezekiel's will showed up and the chosens were taking up was October 19th. What the fuck? What are we doing right now? Hold on. We just went down. Ooh, hold on. Whoa. Six 44, 14. Letting go. Gratitude. What is this all about? Why is this letting go? Bringing in the light. Wow. That's so wild. Okay. For those of you who are here to liberate your ancestors so that you can evolve, and it also evolves them, helps them with their ascension. That has happened. Okay. So it's time for you to let go of that work and now work on you. They're there to protect and guide you. There always will be. Oh, God. I literally have a lighthouse right here, too. Some of you, your next destination is literally by the water. Or get by the water as often as you can. Free your spirit. Miracles are occurring. Let me get one more before I go to the hidden worlds. It'll give me some more on this. Be spontaneous. Wow. Do what you want to do with what you have. You don't need any more with that, any more than that. Re-energize, because there's gonna be a lot of changes happening, a lot of moving around, a lot of getting up and go. Let's see. Kindred spirits, 23. What's the message here from the hidden worlds? Revelation, it's 10:19 as well. Let me know. Aurora Garden, beginning, initiate, and origin, another 10. You got 3 10s up here so far. And the other 2 has to do with the 10 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Yo, whoever you are building this legacy, and you know that you must, it's in your hands. Like the key is in your hands. You're opening new doors. This could be spiritually or physically or both. Again, with the initiation message here as well. Shitting me. The Green Man. Welcome, Divine Links. 18. I just finished speaking of Thoth and the moon's energy. This is Osiris here, who assisted Isis in doing this. Rising energy surge, fertility. That's 1018 now. Yo. Let me see something. House of narrowing, a place in Judah, the tribe of Judah. House of the side is her house on the side of the water, house on the side of the water. The book of the spider also connected to 642, but let me look at 1018. Love is light, the third eye in the brain. February 19. Now 19 is also a karmic number, but it's also a number of joy, fulfillment, the number of the sun. Exodus 15:3. Exodus 15:3. Let me open this one actually. The Lord is a man of war. You got to be shitting me. I'm telling you. I wasn't just saying that shit for no reason now. Getting all our shit back. That was a whole ancestor speaking, yo. Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a man of war. Let me oh my God. I'm telling you. The Lord is a warrior. The Lord is his name. He threw Egypt's army and its chariots into the sea. The best of its officers were drowned in the Red Sea. The deep sea covered them. They sank to the bottom like a stone. Your right hand, Lord, is awesome in power. It breaks the enemy in pieces. In majestic triumph, you overthrow your foes. Your anger blazes out and burns them up like a straw. That's literally how the fucking movie ended. It was a huge giant. It was a giant soul. It was a solar flare that did it all. Everything was out of here, except for the chosen ones. They were taken up by the wheel. At least the vision of Ezekiel's wheel. Yo, that movie is so dope, man. It says, "You blew on the sea, and the water piled up high. It stood up straight like a wall. The deepest part of the sea became solid. The enemy said, I will pursue them and catch them. I will divide their wealth and take all I want." But I'm telling you, you better get the ship back. "I will draw my sword and take all they have, but one breath from you, Lord, and the Egyptians were drowned." Now these were the ones who claimed to be that. "They sank like lead in the terrible water. Lord, who among the gods is like you? Who is like you, wonderful in holiness? Who can work miracles?" Did that shit not come out? It was at the bottom of the deck. "Who can work miracles and mighty acts like yours? You stretched out your right hand, and the earth swallowed our enemies. Faithful to your purpose, you led the people you had rescued. By your strength, you guided them to your sacred land. The nations have heard, and they trembled with fear. The Philistines are seized with terror. You bring them in and plant them on your mountains, on your mountain, the place that you, Lord, have chosen for your home. The temple that you yourself have built. You, Lord, will be king forever and ever." Let me see what the green man says. Before I even pull another, it just opened to the one that came out. It When you return to have a response that is clear and open and wise in the way an adult has forgotten to be. Let me see something. Beneath the play of light within the sky, the auroras that fill us with wonder. Doesn't that normally happen around 11:11 too? Anyway, fill us with wonder and awe, like ancient temples and divine ones intact, emerging only when the conditions align. Then they can find their way back into the world for a moment, to be glimpsed by those who can see clearly the veils between the worlds are parted for a time. In this sacred place, you are invited to dwell a while, to talk of your deep dreams, to hear music that will open your heart, to allow your mind to expand until you feel the constraints of personality giving way to the call of the soul. Within this space, you are encouraged to begin again, to be as a child within the world when you return, to have a response that is clear and open and wise in the way an adult has forgotten to be. For when we begin again, and you know what? The chosen ones that were taken in that movie were children. So be like a child. Use your imagination. This is why some of you are being separated, because you may have this childlike imagination where you may be looked at by someone who is ignorant as immature. Obviously, there's levels to it, you feel me? But what I'm speaking of, as we're talking about this message, you know what I mean. If you don't, then you probably one of them that just do it a whole different way. You don't know why you here either. For when we begin again and when we go back to the very essence of who we are, we can then walk in the world and speak the truth, perceive what is there, know the intent of others, and make choices that guide us in the direction of spirit. When this card comes, know you are being invited to take part in the initiation of this temporary temple. This is a place, here you go. This is, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where we at? Shit. This place of light and sound. Okay, when this card comes to you, know you are being invited to take part in the initiation of this temporary temple, this place of light and sound, and you will be reminded of who you truly are. You are not only layers of conditioning, a certain personality, a gathering of experience. This is a chance to free yourself of the old aspects of the self, an opportunity to be reborn into the next stage of your life. This next stage will offer you a space beyond that of the physical world, alliances which are both within and beyond nature, and you will witness marvels of the spirit. Grow within this space, just as the flowers do. For you are as glorious as the sky, as eternal as the light itself. Illumination. This is on page 55. You are about to witness a miracle to remind you that you are the living embodiment of wonder. Successful indeed. Why I'm here, the rising green, the green man, rising energy, search fertility. I welcome this time of growth and expansion. I reach for the light. 70 to 71, so 717 could be highly significant for you, boo. No matter how young or old we are, no matter how settled or unsettled we may seem to be, the cycles of the planet are inside of us and we cannot escape their magic. For now, it is the time of the green man, and the call to rise and reach for the light has come again. The nature within you is rising, just as the green man of the spring awakens the seeds and calls to the sap to rise in the world outside of you. Within you is a world, a system of branches and leaves and shimmering light, all of which is longing to be rediscovered and expressed once again. After the time of stillness, after the quiet and the contemplation, comes the growth and the action and the wisdom of the trees within. You have inside of you the keys to speak to the trees and the flowers, to rise earlier, rest deeper, feel the song of the soul, hear the song within you, and feel the song of the world inside of you, outside of you, beneath your feet. It is time to take off your shoes and place your feet back into the earth, to let the guidance of the green man help you to choose what you eat and what you drink and to grow again, dear child of the earth. That is a confirmation for some of you. You really need to detox. I didn't say fast, I said detox. If you choose to fast after that detox, cool. But that seems very crucial for you right now. Whoever this is resonating with, especially if something in you saying, shit, let me do it. I've been wanting to do this. Go for it. Okay. Never forget that while you are surely made of the stars, you are born to the earth, and this earth is a blessing and full of joys. Lie in the sun, tend to the garden inside and in the world. Grow something, start something yourself. Reach out like the plants and move towards the sun. Let the light within you grow brighter and come from the place where you felt safe. For now, it is time to expand into the world and let nature be your guide and let the shining life within you warm all that is about you. I welcome this time of growth and expansion. I reach for the light. And another thing, too, the frequencies of the sun as they're rising, that's why it's important to watch what you're eating, because the sun will only damage you depending on what it is you're putting into your body. That's as simple as it is. 701 message: open like a lotus, flowering spirit revelation and maturity. Some of y'all constantly got these four fairies with you. It could be the archangels too, or at least those who are in charge of each corner. Wow. Let me see what else. Let me see. Shit. Insight 22. Magical tools, writing and star crafting. Then we got full moon temple and the celebration here peeking out. Well, the meditation peeking out. And what's this? The oracle. Full moon temple meditation and the oracle. So definitely, if you have oracle cards, use your oracle cards while you're meditating or prior to your meditation, excuse me, or thereafter. That could also be a way of you meditating using the oracle cards. Really get into your messages and see what you're being told to do, because this ain't the time to be playing. That's why I'm moving the way I'm moving. I don't got time to be hee hee ha ha, depending on what it is. Then we got the oracle and the water spirit. Okay, so some of you have a lot of earth spirits that you connect to and water spirits. Emotions, memory, life force. Water has memory. And then we have, so be mindful of the water that you're drinking as well. There's so much. I know. Listen. The oracle, sacred living spirit speaking intervention, 4331. Talk to us, source. What you talking about? 33 is a master teacher. 4331 speaks about freedom now. Hey, got my boy Daniel up in here. Let me see, what's this chapter about? The king's forgotten dream. Okay. The king replied to the Chaldeans. The command from me is firm. If you do not make known to me the dream and its interpretations, you'll be torn limb for limb, and your houses will be made rubbish. See, hold on. Some of you are literally washing off this way of using your gifts where you were forced to for the wrong reason or for the wrong person who wanted to be in power in another lifetime. 4331. How to prevent World War III. Well, bring back unconditional love. Stop being so greedy. October 22nd, 1957. Hold up. Oh, wait. Vietnam War, first United States casualty in Vietnam. That's interesting because that came to mind yesterday as well. I'm like, yo, there's really people who do carry that energy still. Obviously, we know that, but in the spiritual world, there you may be connected more to a different or the culture that you know about, kind of like what Thila's room was speaking of. You know, separating yourself from what you thought and really connecting to what is, to the root of it, which means that's a secret some of you could be finding out about yourself as well, other places that you come from, and then now this is what you're also connected to. Man. This is incredible. Even when I speak freely, you keep me on my path. Let's see what else. It speaks of balancing your life. Bringing balance to that. What it says? Serpents don't possess love, so they don't possess power. They just be writing anything. On that note, revelation is not going the way Yahweh had planned. I come from the year 2024. Who? Who the fuck are you? The main number is 215, which is Aquarius energy. But let me see. Who are you? I come from the year 2024. Who are you? Who are you? Who is this? Who is coming from the year 2024 to talk to us right now? What does the collective need to know? Why are you here? Let me put these cards back, because now we about to Look at that shit. 3 of Cups, Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, the Tower. But then with that Aquarius vibes. Okay. Who are you? Let me put these away. Who is coming from 2024? 2 years from now. Who is coming from 2024 to right now? Who is coming? Melchizedek, the order of Melchizedek, which is what they don't speak of in the Bible. Not thoroughly. From 13 to 30, that's the entire thing that's missing. Okay. I'm your son, my gene. Some of you, welcome, D. This is a son that you're having, then, or child that you're, son specifically, a Messiah that you're giving birth to, that's speaking to you now. That could also have Irish background. Yo, emissary is peeping out here. And then boy, what the fuck? Renaissance man? Okay, bruh. So I come to you now from 2024, Melchizedek. Let me get up in this. To say what exactly? To say what exactly? To say what exactly? For some of you, if you have a son, this is also your son talking to you. If you have a newborn son, or 5 and under, a new romantic cycle begins. Have faith in your dreams. What are you saying here? Chill out. Chill out. Okay, there's something about a new romantic cycle. Hold your vision. Don't let pride get in the way. So this is really speaking of like what you would call twin flames, which is basically the masculine version of you or the feminine version of you, masculine. This is not the easiest journey that you would be on, because there's a lot of life lessons, you know, the negative and the positive that you both share. But in order for you to realize that you are good enough, what else here? What? Because that romantic cycle came out twice. So it's definitely having something to do with that. I mean, yeah, it's time to really lead by example and bringing in unconditional love, not all this messiness that you got going around here. So we got new moon and full moon in Leo. So the season of Leo could be specific as well. At least Cancer to Leo, 7/17, moon in Cancer. There's a lot that's coming in right now because something about this Cancer season opens the portals, the doors to this new romantic cycle, as it would. A lot of rebirths are occurring from now. It's like you already got your warm up from the first quarter. Now you're going into the second quarter. Now you're really ready to get into the game now. From knowing yourself and remaining independent in partnerships. That's why the Gibo rune keeps popping out as well. Prosperity lies ahead as well. New moon in Taurus. What else? This is something or someone from a dream state. Have faith in that dreams, that vision that you had. If it's a nightmare, bring the positive energy from it. It was only, the nightmares are only designed to wake you up. Because you weren't waking up in a nice, and when they were showing it to you in a nice way. Look at the bigger picture. You shitting me? Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sag. Chris Brown song right now, playing outside. Third Eye. Open my third eye. That's my baby. She woke. She my little cheat code. That's okay. That's the divine masculine knowing who the divine feminine is, because she's the one that opens up the third eye for them, or at least keeps it open. Which means you, divine feminine, your third eye has to be open as well. There we go. Adjustments are required. Okay, tell me a little bit more. You come from 2024, Melky's deck, to say what else exactly? Don't let pride get in your way. Confidence is the key to success. Look at the bigger picture. Hold a vision. New romantic cycle begins, but adjustments are required. Under that, you have step out of your comfort zone, North Node. So there you go. In order for you to connect to your divine counterpart, you will only connect to them when you're on your purpose, which is your North Node. If not, you'll constantly always be connecting to what you're comfortable doing, your South Node. Pay attention to that South Node sign. Smell popcorn. Oh shit, what's this? The Hermit and the Two of Pentacles. Well, this is wild. Some of you, what I'm noticing here though with this one, some of you have a South Node in Aries and a North Node in Libra. Others of you have a North Node in Virgo, South Node in Pisces, or the other way around. This is definitely for you. But when it comes to the Two of Pentacles, this is Jupiter in Capricorn. So you're integrating a lot of your karmic lessons into your life now, in connection to spirit, in connection to the dark night of the soul, in connection to you realigning self with self, like being up on top of that mountain. Jupiter in Capricorn as well doesn't help you with moving around as much. It can kind of keep things stuck. Almost like an overthinking type of vibes. Let me see what else we got. Page of Cups. What the? And then the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Capricorn is highly significant in this right now. Some of you having a rebirth here from all of those restrictions. What else? You came from 2024. Yeah. Rebirth from the restrictions of your mind and your worth. Seven of Pentacles. This was all part of the process. Seven of Pentacles is Saturn and Taurus. Four of Pentacles still at the bottom. Eight of Pentacles. Sun and Virgo. But this is also about you becoming more enlightened the more you work on self on a daily basis here. Like it says, my genius reveals daily by you connecting with you daily. Came from 2024 till now to say what exactly? Now, they just said to look at all of these. You have Mother Teresa, you have the Dalai Lama here, you got MLK, you got Gandhi and Mandela, all of them over here. But also being mindful as to what their motives really were. Some are actually true leaders, others are pretty much sellouts. Until they realized people was running game on them. When they decided to speak the truth, they was out here. For others of you, you were doing unnecessary time, mental slavery. Because the truth wasn't told to you. So it's like instead of you, okay, so instead of the entire cycle, for some of you, your karmic cycle, your karmic lessons probably would have been ending 2024, but something you're doing now is allowing you to quantum leap. And then with the dove here, we got the Ace of Swords vibes, which is triumph through adversity, through the clear mind, though. And then we got the King of Wands that came out. There go the lion, the strong and mighty. And we definitely got the Leo energy here 3 times. Oh yeah, this line of Judah is rising. Oh, it's here. But not rising. It's here. It is here. Fully manifested. Taking action. Mm-hmm. You have all the elements. You have the connection to all 4 angels and Source, the Most High. You have to separate yourself in order to do this, though. Separate yourself from whatever didn't allow you to see that you had the key this whole entire time to this big ass door. It's a big door. It's a very big door. That's okay. That's a big door, because think of the gods and goddesses and how they're pictured. They weren't our size, at least the size that we know ourselves to be now. Fully human, fully divine. Return of the Rose has something to do with June as well. Divine feminine energy. Tell me more, sir. Damn, I split the deck. It's the Tower and the Magician, and I can see the World card too. Wait a minute. Oh. Yes, sir. What's up? What's up? What is up here? Okay, 3 of Swords. Saturn and Libra. What about that? Challenges in partnerships, a lot of heartbreaks here, a lot of deception. What about that? Page of Cups, be careful. Everything that glitters isn't gold. That's coming in as you begin to evolve, and everybody can sense that. That's why that I was mentioning Mercury is not in retrograde, so you'll be able to detect that easier because you may have people from your past coming back. Like, oh, how you doing? Are you out? Ask source. How belong to source? I think this shit is a game. 6 of Cups, 3 of Cups. They coming back because they want to reunite. Like I said, don't let pride get in the way, though. Don't let pride get in the way. Don't kick nobody ass. I mean, use your discernment because some people that come back from the past have no business coming back from the past, and you gotta speak to them like the wrath of God into their soul so they don't do that shit ever again. Okay. In a whole nother relationship, in a whole nother marriage, and they want to be hitting somebody up. You better go on with that somewhere. And then you don't be allowing people with that vibe in your energy. 633. Let me see. Tell me more about this. Because you're appearing confident now. And the ones that are coming back are the ones that felt like you lack courage. You done changed this whole shit around. The Renaissance man. Jack of all, master of many skills. And because some of you have a lot of skills, and you know how they like to make that jack of all but master of none? Nah, you the jack of all but master of many. You're not ordinary. You're not the norm. You got the Page of Pentacles out here next. Which speaks of material awareness, but this is also the beginning of a new goal here, or of funds that's coming in for you as well. 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Just got to make the right choice. Trust your intuition. High Priestess. Tell me more. What's this Page of Pentacles? Something you do now prevents something from happening in 2024. It would possibly put you in this state of anxiety, but the more awareness you have of the balance, your roots, okay, the better off you'll be. This is also connected to Rado. Let me see. Communication, agreement, reconciliation, a journey. This rune is about communication, the mood of something that has two sides, two elements, and about a different reunion. Here grows the intrinsic value, and at such times we must remember that is not being envisaged, that we rely totally on our own strength, but instead ask ourselves, what is the right action? Yep. Trusting yourself more this time around for sure. Don't nobody want them lessons you just came out of. But if you had to, if you had to look back as to where you're at now, you would do it again because where you're at now is a reflection of what you've experienced. So it's basically like this state of gratitude. Yeah, don't let pride get in the way. Yo. For some of you, if you also have a son, You could prevent him from passing down this energy as he furthers the bloodline by you handling it now. Even if he is out of your womb, it's still, it's energy. Similar to how, you may have nieces and nephews or your family in general, and what you're doing is helping them to release them from toxic things they would normally do. They may not even realize why certain things are going on, but there's somebody in that bloodline that didn't change that whole program, especially if they're still connected to you. Because again, everybody has the will of choice now. You can do whatever you want. You don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Chill. Let's see. In 2024, look at that. You have the strength and power to manifest now. No longer sacrificing yourself. The balance between the masculine and the feminine, your power and your nurturing, as well as alchemy. You are alchemy. Your whole being is a physical representation of alchemy. It came from 2024 to now. That was just the Ace of Wands, but it went back through. Five of Swords, after this Nine of Swords, and you have the Three of Pentacles. So there could be a conversation that does come in about somebody wanting to work with you because of this legacy you're building. But this is the same person that misjudged you. Apologies are always accepted, though, you feel me? But use your discernment. Use your discernment. Don't let pride get in the way. Be real honest with yourself. Remember where you came from. Forgiveness is key, and forgiveness is for you, so you can release the burden and connect deeper into that confidence that's within you at all times. What else? Came from 2024 to now. Queen of Wands. And what I'm getting from this, Sheba. Been with you this entire time. And what it says here? The demand for a miracle. As the people crowded around Yeshua, he went on to say, how evil are the people of this day. They ask for a miracle, but none will be given them except the miracle of Jonah. In the same way that the prophet Jonah was a sign for the people of Nineveh, so the Son of Man will be. This ain't no fucking joke, bro. So the Son of Man will be a sign for the people of this day. On the judgment day, the Queen of Sheba will stand up and accuse the people of today because she traveled all the way from her country to listen to King Solomon's wise teaching. And there is something here, I tell you, greater than Solomon. On the judgment day, the people of Nineveh will stand up and accuse you because they turned from their sins when they heard Jonah preach. And I assure you that there is something greater here than Jonah. There's something here greater than Jonah. And it says the light of the body. No one lights a lamp and then hides it and puts it under a bowl. Instead, it is put on a lampstand so that the people may see the light as they come in. Your eyes are like a lamp for the body. When your eyes are sound, your whole body is full of light. But when your eyes are no good, your whole body will be in darkness. Be mindful of what and everything that glitters ain't fucking golden. Well, that was that. I feel like we're good here. We're done. Thank you, sir. Let me see. Let me go to the divine feminines now. How about that? Let me see who's here from that time. Now, let me see something. Let's go over to the divine feminine. Wow. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Where they at? Oh, where you at? A minute. Damn. Yeah, the Most High watching. Dang. And Heduana, the high priestess. I come from 2024. Speak, beloved. Divine Feminine. 2024. What is the message for the collective right now? Yeah. The from that deck that I used, those God cards, pawn is peeping his eye out, which is the sexual instrument. This card is out here peeping. As we over here doing with Divine Feminine. You funny. Okay, who is here? Who is here? What is the message coming from 2024? I'm going to sleep, and I'll talk to y'all the fuck later. Bye. Chill out. Isis and Segment. Isis came out, but Segment's at the bottom of the deck. On this other side is who? The red goddess, which is, you know what? Something you do now breaks the cycle with you quantum leap, and you don't have to wait till 2024. The goddess of magic. Show out, honey. Show out. Show. I gotta read. Give me a second. Melchizedek and Isis. Let me get some other energy, some more here. I put Segment down there as well. Let me see. Lakshmi. I split the deck. Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance. Who else? Who else do we have? Connect for 2024. The mystic of peace. She stayed coming out. And you know why I feel like she's always coming out? Because the power that you all are remembering that you have from other lifetimes that had to be hidden, and they're coming to the surface. 223 is looking at me right now. February 23rd or February 2023. Anywho, the mystic of peace, the goddess of magic, and the red lady. Really knowing when to use your powers, not allowing your powers to dictate what you do. Like a sword. Don't let the sword dictate your actions, because you have the sword. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Saint Bridget. Our Lady of Exalted Light. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. All right. Come from 2024. Saying what? Acceptance. Yep, accepting it. Accepting contentment, or it's also the gift, because this is connected to the Ace of Pentacles. but not remaining there, because content needs to be comfortable as well now. So accept it and keep moving, keep going, keep developing. Don't stop till you get enough. There ain't enough. There'll never be enough. It's just what it is. There's no limit to what you can win. Miracles rise. And move forward. I said I'm out. I'm done. I'm not. I'm just fucking with you. But yo, I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. Just be at peace. They work, and I told you when I said it, I'm getting all my shit back. Y'all getting everything I was supposed to have from every other lifetime, from every galaxy, from every solar system that you've ever been a part of, and you didn't get to experience all of what it was that belonged to you for your bliss, for your joy, for your peace. Clear your mind. You'll connect to your sexual energy, which is also sacred, because your pleasure is a prayer that brings you back to life. Some of you have guilty pleasures. They're not guilty pleasures. They're what you enjoy to do, but also some of that may not be something you may want to do, but it could also be a result of covering something else up, something you're not clear about. Pleasure is pleasure. It shouldn't even be a guilty thing. Some real discernment. That's with that. What else? Miracles. Come from 2024 to now. Positivity. Surround yourself with positivity. Remove yourself from anything that's why you see how I be moving, because I know where I could go with it. So we gonna nip it at the bud from the beginning. You feel me? Positivity, miracles, abundance. 9 of Pentacles right there. Move forward. Split the deck again. Maybe another message. See what the moon cards say. Healing. Ooh. Bingo. This right here is everything. You can't enjoy these manifestations if you're not healed. Awareness is key as well, especially in this age of Aquarius, the age of awareness. You gotta know. Can't be acting like you don't know. You're gonna pay a great price for that. And this ain't the movie you want to watch. You got to know. Like Medea said, you better watch and you better know. You got to watch. Don't let your past hold you back. You got to watch. Talk to us. Come from 2024. Isis, you come from 2024 to now to say what exactly, beloved? Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. They're preparing you for something that's going to occur in Scorpio season. Now, all of the water signs carry a change in seasons. Cancer, summer, spring to summer. Scorpio, spring to fall. Then we have Pisces, winter to spring. So that right. Work through your fears. There's something here that's growing here. Who the end to a tough cycle approaches. Wow. And this is having to do with, because the masculines was new romantic cycle. And for you feminines, this has to do with your deep, intense emotions, because the divine feminine is starting to activate. That triple goddess frequency within you is starting to activate, has been, but fully being activated now. Especially with these 3 coming out. A mystic of peace. Not having to use your powers to fuck somebody up, letting the universe do that on its own. Some real shit. Shit. Full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. You got positivity up here. Full moon, Scorpio and Capricorn. I almost said Sag. But there's something, yeah, right now. This is happening right now. Be bold and make the first move. Some of you feminines, use your discernment. Okay? Especially if this has to do with a new romantic cycle. As you go through this evolution with your spirit and aligning your mind, body, spirit, and soul, you'll be able to step forward, because some of these masculines are afraid to step to you because of the power you have that you may not yet be fully aware of. Now, this could be the masculine as well, the feminine within you, to get you to connect to that empress, that high priestess, that goddess. You did the queen and the king vibes already. You did that already. We're talking about royalty. We're talking about the emperor and the empress. Mm. Conclusions are within you, within reach. They're within you. Well, you got water you need to release. Adjustments are required. Nothing will come of this situation. These are like three, like, what are you going to do about it? Be able to make the first move, work through your fears. What is this exactly? Can I get one more card, please? Just one more. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Let me see. Take time to breathe out. A win-win outcome is forecast. So the feminine got the full moon, masculine got the new moon, which was the romantic cycle beginning. And we have take time to breathe out. A win-win outcome is forecast. So this is like letting go of something, taking your mind away from what anybody says about what you do and how you operate, because how you operate is connected to your messages that you're being given from the Most High to and through you. Okay, to do what you got to do here. But there's a win-win outcome that's forecast. All you must do is take the time to breathe out. And that's bringing me to the 5 of Swords and the 9 of Swords that we got for the masculine message. So if this is your twin flame, you're the one that needs to breathe out so that anxiety on that end can simmer down. I just took my ass for a loop. Shit. Okay. I'll be sweating. All right, tell me more. Come from 2024 till now. 2024 to now. Page of Swords. Now, Page of Swords, okay? This is a card of 2 years. Last 2 years, you've been detaching and enlightening yourself. Detaching and enlightening. And there goes the birds that be eating these cashews I be giving them. I don't even know if they eat cashews. Shit. They be tearing it up and asking for more. So, last 2 years, detaching, evolving. You got the motherfucking emperor at the bottom of the deck. See what I'm saying? Healing from what is not this energy. Because you didn't fully recognize that empress within you. That is not up for debate. You're still out here moving like a queen. So you're not going to attract the emperor. Not in that manner. Not to be noticed. And it's not something you got to force either. Like attracts like. That's it. Let's see. See, being pulled away. There go that 4 of Pentacles. And the card that was peeping through, that's the 9 of Cups. Tell me more. 5 of Wands. And the 10 of Pentacles. Immediately, I got this vibe Be mindful of people around you that just want to hook you up with people that they ain't got no business hooking you up with when they not even centered themselves. Other than that, this could really have something to do with you healing and detaching from the lack of support from your childhood up until this point. Because whenever that lack of support started or wherever it started, it became a butterfly effect for everything else that you were doing that you now are healing from or have healed from. But it also taught you a great lesson about, trusting your instincts, having confidence in yourself, not letting pride get in the way, doing things just to show people that you can do it. No, show it to yourself. That's the only person you need to show that you can do whatever is to self. And if others congratulate you, cool, so be it. But show it to self first. And as you've done that, things will started falling away. Okay. As your fire started to rise on up and they kept on reaching, I don't even know why you would sit here and reach for fire like that anyway. You got no business doing that. Some of you, that's specific, a fire sign. 10 years for some of you to detach from that element, a person of that element, or misuse of your passion. Basically filling the void. Nothing will come of this situation. That's what that shit is. Void of course moon. And whenever there's a void of course moon, that's usually a moment where you just let things be as they are and don't make any um, decisions on something that will require you to think a little bit more on. Not making hasty decisions, basically. Or contract. Some of you are saving your ass right now. Because that's 2024, and that Page of Swords came out first, which is 2 years. So whatever you've been doing the last 2 years is going to save your ass for something that could have happened next 2 years had you not done that. Shit. Straight like that. World card, which is the completion of a cycle. This is integrating all of your past lives into one and really getting to see why you are the way you are, why you have the support system that you had. It may not have been a comfortable journey, but this is where the miracles lie now. So you can really connect to your healing, really connect to your magic, really connect to your pure strength, honoring your anger by giving a voice to it, and also channeling peace, clearing your mind. Because if you don't release this, then you begin to hold this drama within you. But you have to release it. You have to release it. You can't be holding on to shit like that. Yeah, what do you need to release? Take time to breathe out. Nothing will come of this situation. So adjustments are required. Mm-hmm. And you got the Page of Pentacles now at the bottom of the deck. And we was reading that rune which had to do with the reconciliation, communication. It doesn't have to be, a love thing, a partner of love. This could also be partnerships when it comes to family, old friends, really coming to a point where you realize what that is and being mindful how you use that word. You know what I'm saying? Or who uses it with you, because that should, no. That's why, for me, respect over loyalty. Everybody that's loyal to you don't mean they respect you. People loyal to their job, but they're not always on time respecting their hours. What else? Two. This Scorpio vibes is shit. You see that? The end to the toxicity. Mm-hmm. Mm. Wow. You give a voice to that anger, you'll no longer be suppressed. And this could even be speaking up for what it is that you deserve, knowing who you are, knowing your worth, not allowing nothing or no one to sit here and play you for anything less. Fuck out of here. Temper yourself, though. You seek your truth, and you become the alchemist. But that's the thing. That's one thing they with a Sag it's extremely nurturing, but don't get on the other side. Don't do it. The Emperor here again. One more. Yeah, there's an end to the past. There's an end to the past way of doing things, especially if it was restricting you from your own power. It's time to release negativity. It's time for you to work through your fears. Two of Pentacles here. And we got the Star card, wish fulfillment when it comes to expansion of the power that you have in proper use of it. Okay, let's see. Look at that. Wow, they came out with it though. With proper use of your abilities, because Capricorn here speaks of I use, the way you use your power of authority now in connection to your spirit, in connection to your spirit guide, your ancestors, your angels that guide you, the divine, the infinite creator of all, not another human being. You go to source first, and this is where you have your victory and success always. Always. I want to love you. PYT. It's playing out right now. Final message. The mother awakens. I will wait for you. 223 on the timer. And this is what it's showing me right here. This is the 223 I was looking at. Oh, that's actually Rado for us. Okay. A gift. Taking charge, living in the present. Inner compass, nobility, the path, righteousness. The journey is the destination. Decision making followed by immediate action. So that's another thing too. Don't allow people to play with you who make decisions and don't take action immediately thereafter. Some of y'all be waiting and waiting. Let me see. Nah, they showed you already. They been showed you. So the mother awakens to compassion, nurturing, and guidance. Number 3, which is the Empress. Then we got the water spirit. 343. Let me look this up right here. You know, 33 to be the master teacher. 4 stability. You're mastering how to build everything now based on what you've learned. Back to that 4 of Pentacles vibes, which is stepping away in order to build that legacy. Whatever your legacy is, whatever you'll forever be remembered for. But enjoy while you are here now. It's time to take action. New Moon in Aries was at the bottom of the deck. Smoke time. Card just now. Damn, 343. It's time and popcorn. This just says Biden end times. I'm over it. Lil Durk, Hermetic Kabbalah. Skateboard Big Brother, Cotton, Bantu, get them Bantu nine, Spectre, Seagull, Aquaman, Corn Moon, Primordial, the Mother Awakens. Ten three. Now 10-3, that's Three of Swords. Three of Swords. Esoterica. Morocco. The Happening. Homo sapien. 343. Hold on, I'm coming. Listen, that see, coming from 2024. Your higher self that's there in that set time is coming to you now. The beginning and end are set. What happens in between is up to you. This shit is wild right now. I love it. That is the message. Okay, I will see y'all next time.